What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob Hollow Avarice back with some gaming goodness. Merry Gamesmas, my friends, our annual tradition here on the channel where we do 25 games in 25 days. Where we try and do different games that I would not normally experience. I have the distinct pleasure of most of the games that I'm playing this December are all games from 2025 because it's been a stacked year. This game kind of came out of nowhere and received heaping helpings of praise and got nominated for quite a few awards. I've heard really, really good things about it. Today we are going to try out Blueprints. I'm excited to give it a go. So let's, no further ado, we're going to dive right on in today. Scott. All right. I am excited. Okay. I understand that it's a puzzle game of sorts, like a puzzle roguelite. I'm intrigued. I figure I'll try it for a little bit and just see what I think. All right. Yesterday on, we tried Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It was a fun one-off. I enjoyed it. Alright, slow roll opening, very chill, very vibe. Oh, my Twitch recap is here for the year. As of today, I streamed for almost 1,100 hours this year.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Okay, Simon.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45 room estate.
So there's a secret room
The
in.
location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Okay, well, the title immediately makes sense. Blueprints. Blueprints.
Discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Again, why did I not see that incredibly obvious play on words? Blueprints, because he's a prince, because he's inheriting it, but he's also the blueprints of a manor. I say it's a clean UI. The only difference is that 50. Alright, so it's like every time I enter or leave an area, it goes down. But I probably shouldn't have wasted. So the entrance hall is room 2. We do have a dash right here. There's a boarded up room out here. Is there like, look at that, carved into the side of the cliffs, like chambers and stuff on carved into the side of the cliff down there? Torches down here. There's several bird baths. That's curious. There's a campsite out here. Due to the rules set forth by Grindelwald, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day here at any time from the blueprint menu. Oh, those all count as different areas. The private drive, we're down to 44. Searching a state can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. Yeah. You don't go right about, you'll be too tired to continue. You must call it a day. Ace of Spades. Blueprints will be a useful map. the antechamber, the entrance hall. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of you, of your many visits here as a young boy. I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. At the time you read this, I will assume that you're fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. Nothing could be further from the mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from the outside. Tools and items found in the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I do not suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself. Start fresh each morning and not rely on the success of the previous day. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. It's gonna shuffle. The grounds have been me home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. Herbert S. Sinclair. Alright, so I'm seeing playing cards. Ace of Spade and Queen of Heart, or no, Queen of Diamonds. Select a room to draft. Okay, doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Safety pin and tree. Plus 10 steps. So it's a guest bedroom. I'm seeing a buck and number 10 tag. I'm like curious, there's so many keys. A spare set of car keys. Sinclair, I wanted to write a real quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also appreciate the new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. Was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. So there's a billiards room with a game of darts in it. Alright. Corridor is always left unlocked. I'm not seeing a through line in the images, but there's two paintings in each room. A bat and a bathtub. Pin and pine. Buck. I got number 10 buck. I don't know. Plus one diamond. Storeroom has a couple things. Let's go den. Den looks like it has 3 doors. Ornate lock and grandfather clock. Again, I don't know if this matters. I mean, grandfather clock. Time on the picture is different, but the time on all these clocks are the same. And my god, there's just many, many clocks. Ooh, what is that? 1 diamond. Alright. That tracks. Let's go to parlor. Oh, it went up? I was hoping it would go down. So that means I lose access to this space? Damn, I accidentally double-stepped. This is the black box. This black box. This black box is not empty. Oh. Wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Well, first off, let's see. No pictures in this room except Grandpa. Alright, let's read this. Dear Herbert, it's a great honor receiving an invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it has been quite a while since we've seen the decent society. Beginning to worry my wife's wit and lost its charm and no delusion that my company is rival to hers. I couldn't refresh your memory. We both mutual love of games and puzzles. I mentioned a singular parlor game involving 3 boxes. You pressed me to write with the particulars of the game. I should have included with this letter. Mr. Lowry. There is always at least one box which displays only true statements. There is always at least one box which displays only false statements. The other 2, only one box is a prize, the other 2 are always empty. So one box only tells the truth, one box only tells lies, and only one box has a prize. This is the black box, this is the white box. The black box is not empty. So either of these is the liar, because those are both not black boxes. So one of them is the always lie, and one of them is truth or lie. Which means this box is telling the truth, the black box is not empty. So let's open it. Okay, storeroom has a road and a rod. See, again, there's that theming there. Road, rod, lock, clock. And I have a key now. So let's go back to that locked room. Okay, bedroom has a number 10 tag, which we've seen before. Origami. There's a boat out there. Number 10. A top hat. Greetings from Reddington. Tent. And could the other one have been a 10-point buck? Greetings from Reddington. I want to see something. But it just, yeah, it doesn't change anything. Okay. So we gotta go back to the entrance hall now. If I go into the nook, it gives me a key. You may continue on your adventure. You may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Pad, scrap of paper, perhaps family a journal. A bride and a bridge. You could do the boudoir to loop down that way. Huh. So the boudoir has an Xmas photo with a safe. Was that over here? Because that mannequin might be in it. Oh, there's the safe back there. Spiral stairs, 4 stars. So we gotta go to the chapel. The maid is 5. The cook is 2. The farmer 3. The jockey 4. The chimney sweep. Oh no, the chimney sweep 4. The jockey 6. And the tiller. Aha! And like the paladin 7? Or saint? Okay. So I could go back that way. Let's head this way first. Let's go that way. Bridget, pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have been informed that we have extra guests exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. A clothes should be enough to cover that. Bring back any change and leave it in the pantry. I don't think I have the pantry yet. Oh no, that's this. We're in the pantry. Okay, here we go. Pudding and desert, or flan and dunes. All right, ready? So the banana. Got me 3 steps. Dope. A billiard room has a puzzle, a breaker box in the utility closet. And then we could start heading back to the bedroom. It's a gem requirement for the courtyard. Let's go utility closet. Toggling on breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Call DC Power if you require assistance. Keycard entry system. VAC indicators. We have car keys. Plans plain. Blueprints in a biplane. Okay, so there's a breaker in there that we turned on the garage. I don't see any more food in here. So let's... Okay. One more time. Ready? So number 1... was a woman with a hoe. I'm just gonna write hoe. 7 is a paladin. 5 is a maid. 2 is a chef. 3 is a pitchfork. 6 is a jockey. 4 is a chimney sweep. I don't know if that's important. And that's Holly, because we're on Mount Holly. Okay, I don't need to go through the boudoir. I can cut through the entrance hall. The boudoir, though, did have a safe. Alright, so let's head through the hallway up to the bedroom. There is a locked case in here, so if I find another key, I can open that. Okay, observatory. The fixed constellations of the stargazer's companions. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky, any different constellations of various sizes may be visible. Clavis the key, farmer's apple. Okay, observatory chart and chair, probably. Let's say chart and cart. Okay. 1. The North Star. Alright, that looks like it's going to be the end of this trip, so... I could do a nursery. That way, whenever I draft a bedroom, I get +5. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. I'm rank 5. Let's go... I'm not rank 8, and I'm not going to get rank 8 today because I'm trapped. So, I think either one of these would be the best. Do I think I have enough gems? I have 3 gems right now. Is that enough for a nursery? You know, let's go... mailroom. Because it placed an order. Alright, I'm not seeing any pictures in the mailroom. But I know I need to come back to the mailroom. Oh, here we go. Match. And a tree. I hear Dad. Simon P. Jones. Hey, buddy. How are things going up there in that big house? I think most people will be pretty scared to be alone for this length of time, but I feel like you're going to do just fine. I imagine you're happy as a clam, content in the estate and the exploration. I'm ready to tell you that it's currently in the garage packing... As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing a tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so you have a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. With all the preparations, I'm not sure I'm going to find the time. So much I want to say, I'm not sure if it takes something for tonight. Sometimes it's easier for me to just sit down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring your pillowcase. I'll be right back. I can tell you're excited, but I think you feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. I know how Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you. Be excited. The house is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there. I'm really curious to hear how much you remember for those summer trips. You'll always be smarter than me in this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer. Be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few overused cliche expressions, so we say farewell. Later, alligator dad. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time planning dirigiblocks. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender. He's no longer employed. Denny Ravane. They all Syncaco. Syncaco was the name on the safe as well. Call it. Not bad. Okay, so we got Cody Cottage. Record 17 rooms, rank reached 5, step taken 56, items found 1. Alright. Intriguing. I'm getting it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, this time, let's not waste like 4 trips going in and out of the... Okay, that hasn't changed. Let's go with a den. Just got us another gem. Wait, those are different pictures. The pin and the pine were right here, though. Because this is where... So if I go this way, it should be the buck. Oh, all my gems and all of that stuff, right? The buck and the 10-point. Silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. So it's a cart and a car. That's different, though. Brass compass and a coupon book. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Save 1 on each purchase you make in the estate. But the whole thing is, does that reset every day, or are those permanent items? Because the car keys that were in my inventory are gone. But I'm not going to enter it yet. Instead, let's go right here. I need a gym to even make it. I have to select one. I guess let's select the bedroom. Stars. Stairs. Prayer crowbar? Prayer prior? I don't know. Liar. Liar, truth. Crow. Row. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically as your attendance is no longer registered at morning roll call. Dirigiblocks. Don't know what they all do. So we can do the storeroom and get a bunch of stuff. I think that might be the way. Tier and tie. Swan song. Okay. Let's go through the bedroom to the courtyard to the chapel. Right, because the bedroom will give me 2 extra steps. Damn it. There were coins there once, but not anymore. Stage and sage. Tear. And tiger. Food is here at rank 8. Garden. And pilot and plot. Maybe it has to do with the square we're in? A cot and a coat. So let's use our special key. Cliffs and number 10. A buck. Hey Herb, how you doing tonight? We're doing a puzzle game and I am. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. We saw a safe in the boudoir. Oh, here we go. Okay, safe code 9083. Unless that's the office safe code. For all notes for the meeting. I got this magnifying glass. Let's see. And we know Swan Song is a password. Spreading items. Some special allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Okay, that's good to know. So this is where spread items will gather. I think the drawing room might be good here, because it accesses 2 new rooms. And let's over here. We'll go with a key. I have 2 more keys. Walk-in closet has 4 items. I'm good on steps. I think we're going to do the walk-on closet because it gets me all those items. Clock and lock in here somewhere? Yeah, a clock and tie. Huh. Car keys, a lockpick set? Will occasionally unlock normal doors. A gem. And a key. Tie, a knot, and a clock. I don't know. That one doesn't make sense to me. Whew. All right, let's go out. We're going to go through here to the drawing room. Paint and plain. With Grandpapa. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one. However, there are some items in rooms that allow you to redraw. like the room we're in now. Let's redraw. Damn. Dark room would be ideal. Now we'll go boudoir. The rumpus room will cost me 1 gem, but get me 8 coins. Let's do that. And I've never been in the rumpus room before. There you go. 8 coins. Zoltar. Right, he moves slightly and then a card pops out.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
This is...
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image
What is...
coming clear.
This is surprisingly crazy. Me in the blueprint.
I see
On the shore at a castle in the distance.
a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find.
What is going on?
A black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find.
It's on the shore.
Beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Well, that was crazy. This is in your rumpus room, old man? So, mail room, we did the closet, we did the courtyard. The commissary. The dining room, which I need rank 8 to get to the conference room, walk-in closet, drawing room, rumpus room, to the Great Alzara. I have a shovel, so maybe going outside with a shovel. A stage and a stag would be my guess for that connection. So that'll help me go up if I need to. Ooh. Cliff, coast, and coats. Okay, let's head up to the boudoir. There was a safe back here. Let's see if that code we found applies to this safe, or it's only a safe in the office. No? Security. Another special room. All right, Simon. What are you recording in here, my guy? I know the password to the computers was Swan Song. The magnifying glass that we got revealed that password. It's not seeing any rooms I recognize. I don't recognize that room. That's a storage room, maybe. I don't recognize that. Looks like a library or a archive, a piano room, like a recital room. There's a bit of a delay. Is there like an art hall? Yeah, it's like a jewelry room, a pool, or like a bathhouse, a large grand piano, a breakfast nook, or a nursery right there, an office. That's the spare room. A safe, like a bank vault. That's the library. Blue memos true, red memos lie. Oh. Wait, unless written by hand. Okay, that's crazy. Blue memos true. Red memos lie unless written by hand. Wild. I think we found a couple red memos. The one that said, like, oh, the West... So right here. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access are no longer required. So this is a lie. But this is true. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Fan and Flan. Affected the first week. Is that the same password swan song? Yeah. The following detail list items currently in the house that have yet to be collected: a treasure map and a trunk. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked. If you would like to order a specific brand of gum or fruit to the commissary, piles of dirt on the estate dig spots. Off of that, ingredients can be dug up with the help of a shovel. The action of selecting a floor plan. The three options presented is drafting. The only green room I have so far is the courtyard. I think that's going to be the best bet. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor, Popular Child. Marion Marigold adds another Scholastic Cap with her picture book Swimbird. Never considered herself successful. Gail Hermes. My son was the one who got me started writing. That her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. Marigold is a pen name from the association with the Sinclair family. So I'm her son. I'm Mary's son. H.S. Sinclair. So this is my mom. Her son was obsessed with the color red, and this is about the Blue Prince. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names appeared in the leaked dossier, the person of interest of the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people by the Red Guard. Although the group has come forward to take responsibility, no group is taking responsibility. It's believed to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who people call the Children of Blackwater. Rovington Press was kicked with a rumors statement maintaining that popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance. Did my mom die in a bombing? Oh no, Caleb Manning and his publisher. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor of the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy. Marigold drops publisher. Marion Marigold has announced splitting with longtime publisher Rovington Press, citing personal reasons. Announcement came last week after the fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, who she referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. After the arrest of Caleb Manning... Oh, Caleb Manning and Philip White were persons of interest in the bombing. They weren't killed in the bombing. They were... The third writer distanced himself from the publisher. Manning and White at a press function. Seen with a suspicious bag under as the third major or something in the last year since anticipated charged by the Crown. Charged with grand treason. No trace discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator. Nope, no thank you. Seen close friend. That the carriage, a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home. The carriage driver cannot be located. Family and authorities are very concerned, but it's out of character incident. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic museum heist. Aristocracy. The museum authorities said that they were alerted. There's a swan on her necklace. Museum authorities, they were alerted to the middle of the night several masked intruders breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. They broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard. Although the registry of lost jewels has not been announced, among them is the ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose materials pales compared to the historic value. It's politically motivated. Crown and Crow. Wheat and heat? I don't know. I don't know about that one. What if I try... That opens that door. Hmm. connecting to there. Since that button is on. This activates this. What do these panels do? Okay. We need all three focused on this. Okay, so that one's good, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. So let's focus on these now. Have that one go up. Have this... go up that pipe. That should be all of them. Right? So that pipe's getting power from there, that pipe's getting power from there. Alright, so back into the archives and head this way. Oh, the door's locked. I don't think I can go anywhere else today, can I? No, I think everything else is a dead end. But what rank am I? I'm right at 8. So we can actually go to the... dining room. A delightful, expensive steak cut. Okay, let's go through the nook. Straight through the travel to the courtyard. There's also our rooms also have a lot of chess pieces. I'm now noticing. Oh, we have a shovel. I can go back to the archives now. See, having dinner was a good move. Alright, some room have pieces in them. Let me see. I don't see one in here. But we were just in the nook, and the nook, as silly as this sounds, the nook had a rook. The conference room has none, but the boudoir. Security room has a knight. Do I risk it, or do I spend both to get an office? Another chance. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Why not? Damn. I shouldn't have risked it. Okay, nursery. The Red Prince. There once was a Red Prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The Red Prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of the canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of the swan in the snow. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? The story he had read in the bath in the bed, and maybe you can guess with what the clues we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like the prince from the toes to his head. And you, narrator, may already assume this book is quite near to you. In fact, it's in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a prince and his book, the red book we just read. Mother Goose. Marion Marigold. The Red Prince. Alright, I think that's it. You know, why don't we head outside with our... Oh, damn it. Head outside with our shovel. I'm betting that's something to do with those weird holes down there. I have not a flashlight nor torch to light down that, or matches to light that area down there. So these are all the grounds. This counts as a new room. The private drive. The campsite. I'm not seeing any ground that looks diggable. I mean, We still haven't found the garage, and I know we need to turn on the electricity before we go to the garage. We didn't do the observatory a second time. I'm going to take a quick bio break. I will be right back. Give me a moment. point, I think I have to call it a day. A respectable villa. 30 total rooms. Rank 9 reached. 79 steps. 6 items. 14 of the rooms were new. There's got to be something about the chess pieces and the paintings in each room. Again, I suppose that for now, the important thing is just to get as many different rooms as possible, to find as many different clues as possible. Pin and Pine. So this is a lie, because it's not handwritten. So the doors in the east wing are more likely to be locked. The gems are in this box. Two. pawn. We're not doing bad. The deposit box key. Road and rod? Yep, road and rod. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft 3 random things, the odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. No running. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. Row and row. I have respectively Clara, Espen, the western will be closed until further notice while the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool. We ask the staff members from refraining from drafting them during morning. So prioritizing gems might be the best move going forward. Like early on in each day, each run. No. Damn, damn. Ah, damn, I screwed up. Alright. We'll do the sauna. Tomorrow we'll start with an extra 20 steps. So, like, I'm still looking for, like, permanent buffs, permanent upgrades. We now know there's a vault key. So 6. If I want to get it out of 6, I have to go through pump 4 to tank 1. Let's keep moving. I haven't been to any of these rooms yet. Let's go to the billiard room because there's a puzzle there. Rosary and crowbar, prayer and prior is what I could think of. Oh, wait, hold up. Plus, minus, times, divide. How about, say... plus, minus. Can't be multiplication. Oh my god. Alright, hold on, ready. So 5. So blue is addition, right? So 2 plus 3 is 5. This is subtraction. 19 minus 13. So blue is addition, yellow is subtraction. Would be 6. 15 minus 6 is 9. Start with 5. Pink is times, is multiply. Which would be 20. 20 minus 10 times 2 is 20 again. Broken lever. Can I use the silver key on the chest? I can't. I did try and drain the fountain. Yo. I have to drain it more. But it's possible. So let's keep playing in there till the fountain is completely drained. How do I get things into the reserve tank? Oh boy, that's gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Okay. So, I need to get to 6. It has to go through pump 4. Ah. Nope. Here we go. So everything is full. That's going that way. So let's go back to 1. I don't know. Alright, the fountain is completely drained. I should be able to do the same for the pool now, too. I'm realizing that mountain is shaped like the holly. It's kind of cool. Again, red gemstone. There was a red gemstone that went missing in a heist. But also the red prince obsessed with the color red. So if I find a special, like, a special ruby key, that might be something to keep an eye out for. Alright, let's fill it up. And then we'll drain the pool. wait. That's here. Oh, drain into the fountain. That was me forgetting to switch that down. Okay, so through the chapel, through the hallway. I was hoping there'd be more than that. Yeah, I don't have any shops available. Yeah. All right. There we go. Ah. Red rooms are pretty rough. We haven't done the dark room yet. Lavatory's just a dead end. I know the kitchen's there. I know the terrace was here. Room 46. So something up with antechamber. Alright. I definitely see the interest in this game, is what I'll say. And I could see people who are more puzzle-minded loving it. I think I like a good Sudoku, and that's about where my puzzling ends. I'm enjoying it. And I really like the atmosphere. I don't know if it's super for me. But we'll give it another go. We'll do one more day. Both of those boxes seem to be lying, because there's 3 boxes and there's not 1 box, so this has to be the true box. Gems, a sledgehammer, running shoes. I don't know what those do yet. That might be a good investment. This is a red, so this is a lie. The commissary will not be closed on those days. Ivory dice. While drafting, you may use dice to roll new floor plans. So it's always good to look around, because that item was not in there before, I'm pretty sure. That's fine. This is going to be a dead end anyway, so we'll just do the guest bedroom and get plus 10. Oh my god, dessert and desert. Plans and plain. Let's get an extra gem. Pin pine. $10 and a buck. I've yet to go into the kitchen. Bridge Bride. Two coins for banana, 8 coins for a club sandwich. Garage. Oh, do I want to? So I want to do the Western Hall. Take the advantage of the space. So I can get the breaker room. There's got to be something with the VAT indicators at another point. Vial or tube and tub. Halls, green. Bedrooms. Okay, I can use a shovel there if I get a courtyard. And find a shovel. Oh. Hey, bud. Aw. Trophy, drum, spine, and pine. A tripod, a flashlight, 2 pawns, and Atari. The Turtles of Vera. Simon is a camp, and he's not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys. I will not have to share my room. I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me. Today would be a day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Simon! I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today's a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing main things in it. He threw my model airplane in the bushes outside. I got it back. If he does this again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday. I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he's older, he's a crybaby. Simon, be nice to Herbie. Today's a good day because my brother returned from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hope you find it as hilarious as I do. Honestly, I have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things said, I would still have had a sister. Congratulations on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Is anyone taking care of the hamster? Why is there a rifle in this room? I mean, I assume it's a toy rifle because it's a children's room, but there's spears on the wall? Okay, go through the chapel. All right. Eight plus 3 plus 5 is... Where is he? There we go. 13 minus 6 is 7, minus 2 is 5. I think we start with the 10, right? 10 minus 5 times 4, 20. Start with 10. Minus 8 is 2. Times 6 is 12. Would have preferred some gemstones, but it's fine. We'll go to the dark room. We haven't done the dark room yet. Let's do the dining room. Okay. Damn. Okay, I have the breaker room, right? Oh, the utility closet, yeah. So if I head down here, through the chapel, we're okay on cash. all Sanka. Sankako. The maids. Peek and pee. $11.28 on the gate outside. Okay, so the gate outside is $11.28. This one's a little better developed. I'm not seeing anything that looks like numbers hidden anywhere. Print notes. H's has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume, for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as in a large print of the enclosed photograph. He said his last development was too dark. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Let's do the east. Try and redraw and get the... No. Oh, the office. Camp. Floor plan upgrade disc. Insert in one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Ooh. Okay, Bridget, please check if any of the books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Herbie, it's Simon's brother. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken, so the broken lever that we found is for the greenhouse. I don't think there's enough time to put another one to work. Dial up. Courtyard has been found. You will now permanently enhance this room. Plus 2 gems. 5 dig spots. Courtyard. And I should have the password to this. 90. Is it different every... The code we got was... I just want to check something quickly. I don't need to know the office safe. I just want to know, does the office... Does it change every... The drawer contains a... Safe hidden behind the lodge. I just need to know, does it change? Because we saw something that said... Oh, one of the letters is red. Okay. Oh, the letters are red, which means some of them are wrong? Okay. Well, Polygon... Alright. I just saw the answer. I was just wanted to see if they would change. They do not. But only one of the things that I got was right, essentially. Alright, well, I did see it. Oh. Thank you for answering all our demands, not only the police, and allowing the unfortunate transaction to expire sooner than one could hope. I'm guessing you'd hope to never hear from us again once we give you the final one final red letter of our own as merit to give this. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not destroyed. Let's put another apprehension aside. I'm sure that another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. We have copies of the other letters. We do not have copies, I'll say. Already more than generously accommodating. The least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. Why incriminate ourselves further? We already have what we want in word principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it's apparent that there has been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of these points and hopefully will place our schemes in softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize, despite what you may believe. The thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, Simon or Herbert, were being threatened. I want to tangibly assure there were never any tangible danger. We gave impression we would hurt the youngster, and meant only a very vague sense hurting his social prospects. Is that us or Herbie? Misleading, we could really calculate. However, payment has been received. There's nothing to gain by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected in your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want on a record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause of the letters. Again, we feel guilty as sin. The only time to tell financial recompense will outweigh the culpability. Even though you'll never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in thinking of our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous. X. Alright, the last place we can go is through the gymnasium. Or we can go through the archives, but that room was locked, so we will need a key. Oh no, that room was locked, damn it. And that room in the archive was locked too. Damn it. Should have taken the garage when I had the chance, so I still have the garage keys. Maybe it only appears on the exterior of the building, too. Still don't know what's up with this door. Can't go further down the driveway. But we can go through the campsite to back here. The trees cut down, that's why I didn't see the code. 11... 28. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked. Starting today, every day with an extra 20 steps. There's another bird bath out here. There's got to be something with the bird baths. They're so strategically placed outside. Ooh, there's a sundial. Gardener's logbook. Robert Nagula. When I first came to the estate, I was a little dismayed by my prisoners. Kept no notes, no logbooks, no record regarding the guardians, the green rooms, and the house. As a result of improvidence, the first few months I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders, and then I did not make an effort to record my dealings. Among the commission duties have been the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My dog made tricks from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately, my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds, has not been a priority since Lady Espin's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take pride in my work. I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeeping like groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered only draftable on the perimeter of the house, along the east and west wings. The terrace, the patio, the veranda, the morning room, the greenhouse, the secret garden all fall within this category. Conducting survey. Barren ground, poor soil, good soil. So this is where, if I put them in these slots, it's beneficial. So it's 9. I mean, I guess 9 by 5 is 45, so there is a secret room. It's probably underneath the fountain, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Right? That makes sense. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3. 4 equals best. 1 equals worst. Gardens on each side. So it'll be a 2... a 3, a 3, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 4, a 1, and a 2. Meanwhile, on this side, it's a 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 1. Oh, sorry, 3, 3, 2. Good. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made overdue to switch from gaslight to electrical power. Did not be on the outside. Gasoline. The smudge pots found in the apple trees are critically a necessity thanks to the cold temperatures. These gas burning stacks prevent frost. Should be kept on during the winter months to ensure daily yield of apples. Gas line can be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other machinery. I would like to replace the statue of Orinda in the cloister. Much more appropriate angel Rinna. As beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? That's woman in the glass windows. Number 1. So the woman in the statue in the cloister is Orinda. Though amused, I do not think Anne took the quest too seriously. She did not. She did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject. I wonder why I tend to avoid the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner Garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. So this is the gas valve, which powers several things inside the manor. Being that I don't think I can access anything else today. I could go to the commissary and see if there's a key for sale. I guess that's the last thing I could do. Right? Because I know sometimes they have gems for sale. Here's another bird bath. I think there's 5 bird baths outside. One in the private drive, one in the orchard. Or one in the campsite, one in the private drive, one in the orchard. One on the grounds down there. Right there. That's probably not a great idea, being that I'm going to the... I see no keys. It's gotta be like a chest thing. There's a pawn in here. Bedroom and guest bedroom are pawns. Alright, let's see how we did. We did not get to rank 8, so we didn't get a meal. I mean, a respectable villa. If I had one more key, I could have done archives or gymnasium. It was about 3 hours. Not bad. I'm intrigued. Like I said, I'm not a huge puzzle gamer, but I still definitely see the value of this. Right? I absolutely see the intrigue with it. Would it be up there in my games? No, because I probably wouldn't put a puzzle game up there. And the roguelike aspect, I'm also not a huge fan of roguelikes, where, you know, your progress resets near constantly. I could see myself playing this in my free time. And again, I get that this is many people's cup of tea. It's not my personal cup of tea, is what I'll say. But hey, it was still enjoyable. It's still very technically well made. I can see that. I can very, very much see that. And I'm intrigued by this greater story. As soon as we did the Alzara, the fortune teller, and the story of the boy with the red prince, and the mysterious bombing and the death of our mother and a twin brother we supposedly have. Like, I'm intrigued by all this. So maybe I'll do this more at another time, but I think for now, my playthrough of Blueprints will end. Which means that is the end of our second day of Gamesmas. The Red Crown. Yeah, I'm intrigued, is what I'll say. That's where I'm going to call it for now. Something a little more action-oriented tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. And Saturday. Yeah, I think the next few days are all a lot more action-packed. We're also going to be doing Genshin on Thursday and Saturday. We're going to be doing not only a Gamesmas game, but also some Genshin Impact. So those days will be a little more packed. So make sure you're following for more. That's it for this thing that I'm doing. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, Merry Gamesmas!